to gates of pleasure. Books are path that upward leads. Books are friends, come let us read. Books help us to become a better human being and also teach us how to serve the society in the best possible ways. To mark the importance of the books, every year World Book Day is celebrated. 23 April is a symbolical date in World Book Literature Day. It is a date on which several noticeable authors, William Shakespeare, Miguel Cervantes, and Inca Garcilaso de la Vega all died. This date was a natural choice of UNESCO General Conference held in Paris 1995. Hence, to pay a worldwide honor to the books and the author, we celebrate the World Book and Copyright Day. It is a day celebrated to encourage the choice of the books and reading, inspiring everyone to access books and most attractive invention for sharing feelings beyond the limit of the humanity space. At last, I want to end my speech with few words. Books are the best friends, have no demand, no complaint. Now I call my friend Roman to proceed the event.
Science have prepared a brief conclusion of the lives of 4 of the authors born in the April month, since in this month on 23rd, World Book and Copyright Day is celebrated on birth occasion of the great William Shakespeare. I want to tell about William Shakespeare. Shakespeare was an English poet, playwright and actor. He was born on 26th April 1564 in Stratford-upon-Avon. His father was a successful businessman and his mother was the daughter of a landowner. Shakespeare is widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language and the world's preeminent dramatist. He and the world's preeminent dramatist, he is often called England's national poet and nicknamed the Bard of Avon. He wrote about 38 plays, 154 sonnets, 2 long narrative poems, and a few other verses, of which the authorship of some is uncertain. His plays have been translated into every major living language and are performed more often than those of any other playwright. He is thought to have spent most of his time in London writing and performing in his plays. Between 1585 and 1592, he began a successful career in London as an actor, writer, and part owner of the playing company called the Lord Chamberlain's Men, later known as the King's Men. Shakespeare produced most of his known work between 1589 and 1613. His early plays were mainly comedies and histories, and these works remain regarded as some of the best work produced in this genre. He then wrote mainly tragedies until about 1608, including Hamlet, Othello, King Lear, and Macbeth, considered some of the finest works in the English language. In his last phase, he wrote tragic comedies, also known as romances, and collaborated with other playwrights. Around 1613, at the age of 49, he retired to Stratford, where he died 3 years later. Few records of Shakespeare's private life survive. The great man died on 23rd April 1616 at the age of 52. Thank you so much for listening. Now I want to call Siddharth to proceed the event.
It's me. I am a free human being with an independent will. Charlotte Bronte was born at Thornton, Yorkshire on April 21, 1816. Charlotte Bronte was an English novelist and poet and the eldest of the 3 Bronte sisters. Being a Victorian writer, obviously it was a difficult task for her to take her own stand in a male-dominated era. After many rejections and disparages, she decided to change her pen name from Charlotte Bronte to Currer Bell. The main reason behind writing as a male was that she faced many rejections when she used to write as a female. The society in Victorian era was disgustful. Women were hardly respected and appreciated. Writing was considered a male job. So the behavior of society and her past experiences compelled her to change her pen name, and also she wrote about women's condition in the society and didn't want her identity to be revealed. Charlotte Bronte was the last to die of all her siblings. She died on 31 March 1855, almost certainly from excessive nausea and vomiting. Now I want to call my friend Ritika to proceed the event.
Hans Christian Andersen. Hans Christian Andersen is remembered as one of the most creative and widely read fairy tales authors. Although Andersen was also a novelist and poet, his fairy tales become his identity and his greatest contribution to world literature. Andersen was born to a poor family on April 2, 1805 in Denmark. His father was a shoemaker and his mother contributed to the family income by washing clothes of other people. He tried to become a singer, a dancer and an actor, but he failed. He was a poor student and was never able to study successfully. After spending 7 years at school, Anderson celebrated the passing of his university exam in 1828. His first poem, The Dying Child, was published in a post a year before his graduation. The story was a success and it was quickly followed by a collection of poems. Anderson's career as an author had begun. His most defining tales were written between 1835 and 1850. His writing style was simplistic with everyday spoken language. He combined his natural storytelling abilities and great imaginative power with universal elements of folk legend to produce a body of fairy tales that relate to many cultures. Anderson's tales are full of emotions. Before his death on August 4, 1875, Anderson was regarded as a national treasure by the Danish government. A statue was erected in Rosenberg Garden to honor this legendary writer. Now I want to call my friend Ayush to proceed the program.
Chetan Bhagat is an Indian author and columnist. He was included in Time magazine's list of world's most 100 influential people. Bhagat graduated in mechanical engineering at IIT Delhi and completed a PGP at IIM Ahmedabad. He started his career